Hi, Lydia. Hi, Kiara.
Hey,
Hi.
what's up, homies?
How y'all doing?
Good.
Yeah.
So I
Better?
have better. Because you were up all night.
Almost, yeah.
I was up almost all night too.
Mm-hmm.
So I know what you gonna do.
Right?
But
Oh,
I have a. What'd you say, Lydia?
getting old sucks.
Well, no, old people go to bed early.
Not this old person.
Not.
I feel like I go to bed early.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
listening to you all.
I know, right? No, Kiara, I was up all night.
Was it really?
I was up all
Okay.
night.
Wow.
I went to sleep a little after 5 this morning.
Oh, wow. That is.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was literally up all night.
All
But
night.
yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do?
That's true.
Yeah.
My new normal. So that's I mean, at least the blessing is, at least I'm not on anybody's schedule but my own.
That's
That's
right.
true.
So if I want to stay up to 5, I can stay up to 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a surprise for y'all.
What's that?
Oh.
Well, we're kind of not going to be talking about a topic, air quotes. I feel like we need a diversion after current events, everything that's happened. So I thought it would be cool and kind of fun if, I don't know, we put each other on the spot.
Okay.
So
this should be fun.
So, and it can be as corny, funny, however you guys want it to be, whatever, you want to ask, we want to ask each other, we can. And if you don't want to answer something, you don't have to. Oh, look what I got. I got a bell. Because we're going to be having that battle. Oh, just saying. But, okay, I'm back on track. So, I don't know. Do y'all want to go first, or you guys want me to go first with the first question?
You can start it off.
Okay. All right. So this is what I want to know. I want you guys to tell me something that you said you would never do because, well, I don't know. I have done it. I have said, oh, ain't no way I'm doing that. I would never do that. But there are some things I said I would never do that I did. So I want to know, I want you guys to tell me something that you said you would never do, but you did it. Who's going first? Look at Kiara.
Okay. Two things. I have two things.
Oh.
But they may not be that big of things to other people.
Okay.
So I always said that, like, I'm scared of heights. I don't really like roller coasters. I used, when we were kids, we used to go and do all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I told myself I would never go ziplining. Because
I said I would never go.
You're too scared. Something's gonna happen. You're gonna fall from the sky. So it's you. It's always you where something goes wrong. But I actually went with my godmom for her birthday. Like, I had bought us both the tickets because it was something that she loves to do. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we did it. I went.
Were you scared?
With her. Yes, I was scared. And then it was physically taxing too, because you had to, like, go from bridge to bridge. And they had these little panels that you had to step on in between that weren't like, it was a rickety bridge in between. Like, your whole leg could have falling through, and then there was a little incline going up the bridge just to get to that top point. And we did like 9 of them. It was a whole day type thing. Yeah, but it was cool.
So would you do it again?
I would do it again. I actually went to Costa Rica next time, like somewhere different next time, because we did it in Georgia.
Oh, I want to go to Costa Rica.
Yes.
I heard the men over there are fine as
Ooh.
I'll just leave it right
Really?
there. I'm just saying, sorry. We're supposed to be having fun.
That's
I couldn't
true.
help
Right,
it.
right.
I never knew that. That makes me want to go to Costa Rica even more.
We should plan that.
Yeah.
We got our
I'll save the
passports.
second one. Mm-hmm. I'll save the second one.
Okay.
The second one might be more relevant for something else.
Okay. Lydia, you ready?
Yeah, I said I'd never date my husband.
Really?
I told everybody, ain't no way, ain't no how, that's never gonna happen. And
I'm a witness.
boom. Next thing you know, I'm asking him to marry me. So yeah.
Ow!
I think she forced him.
Yeah, I forced him. So yeah, but he I mean, at first I was like, ain't no way, that's not happening. We're just friends, blah blah blah, and then boom. So yeah, but that's one thing I tried. And my second thing is, I said I wasn't gonna get the vaccination. I'm probably gonna get the vaccination. Just letting you know. Anyway.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, Lydia. That's one of damn. So okay, I'm not going to say the vaccination. I'll save that. I'll talk about
Can I
that
take
on
it? I'm
another.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So one thing I said that I would never do, but I did. So you guys know I have a twin sister. When me and Londa were growing up, I've always been a tomboy. So, and I was also the one that if my mom said go left, I'm going to the right. Like, so, but I never wanted any kids. I said I would never have children. And Londa always wanted children. So like when we were growing up, Londa was the one that always played with dolls, always wanted them. I didn't. Well, things got reversed. Londa has no kids. I have 3, but I'm glad that I backtrack on that because I have amazing children.
Yes.
They are awesome. So,
they are pretty cool. You have some cool
thanks.
kids.
Yeah, they are. And we're so, and I like the relationship that we have. So we talk about, they can come to me for anything, with anything, middle of the night, doesn't matter. They know I'm 10 toes down. We're going to get it done. I'm going to support you. And if you're wrong, then I'll jack you up after we get it handled. So, but I do, they're awesome. So I'm glad that I backtrack on that one. And another thing that I said I would never do. So you guys probably are not going to be expecting this. So typically my personality, if I say I'm done, I'm done. I can walk away. Well, I didn't walk away with one individual that I broke up with. I ended up giving him another chance. We ended up being married for 14 years and going through the longest divorce ever. I will never backtrack on that shit again. So when I'm done, and that's the only time. That's the only, I don't like, well, all of my relationships are long term, but I never backtrack. If I don't like arguing, I believe your home is supposed to be your safe haven. That's the only person I did that with. And I never should have done it. So yes, I won't backtrack again. If I say I'm done with you, then I'm done. You can do all the talking you want. That's it. But so that's it for me. And did you guys want to ask any questions?
I think I have one. This is a random one though. And I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Okay. So what do you both think about double texting?
What do you mean by
Double
that?
texting. So double texting is like, so let's say you're dating somebody and you're getting to know them and you send them a text, they respond to it, and then you send another one back, and then they don't respond. So would you send another one back, a double text? Or would you just leave it and wait for them?
Depends on the situation.
Oh,
For me.
Okay.
Go ahead, Vanda.
I would just leave it and wait for them. But I do that with, I mean, even if I'm not dating, I'll like, I mean, you know, I just felt like I'm not, you know, begging you, bitch. You saw this text message. So yeah.
Yeah.
Now if I think I can go, Lydia said it depends. No, like if I know, like if they're at the hospital or if I know something happened, yeah, but just normal every day, nope,
Okay.
nope. I'll just leave it.
Okay.
Walk away.
And if they don't respond in an expected amount of time, is like they usually respond, then would you send another text or would you still leave it?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys could change careers, or if you could do something, what would you do if you could just pick a career that you, or a job or something, you know, that you want? What would you do, you know, as your dream career or your dream job?
If now, okay, so you guys know I laugh and joke and all of that, but you also know I'm very private. But one thing that I wished I would have done was started my own business. And for me, my own business is having an LLC, not MLM. That's not working for somebody else. Me spending the money, registering my business name. I wished I would have done that from the beginning, but I didn't have as much knowledge as I ended up getting from Lydia and my cousin Jessie. So because my cousin Jessie is the one that came up with the name for the Coupon Queen.
Oh.
All of that was him. The
Wow.
spelling, the website, all of that. So Lydia and my cousin Jessie were, I mean, solely responsible for that. So now, I mean, people don't know it because it's not their business. And like I said, I'm private. People do wonder, well, what does Vonda do? You know, like, how's she making it? I have income coming in. So that's the one thing that I wish. Because having your own business isn't for everybody. For some people, they can only work hard for other people, for someone else. They can't put in the work for themselves. I'm dedicated enough to do that. So I'm gonna put in the work. And that's the benefits. I mean, I swear, if one of the first things I did after we got to Delaware, I got my business license. I got an LLC. I started another LLC. Like having my own business, because there's a benefit. If had I not started my LLC, I wouldn't have any, I don't know what I'd be doing. I don't know how, I don't know. So that's my question. Sorry it was so long.
No, you're good.
Tiara, what's your
I think, let's see. I always tell myself I wish I would have figured out that I knew how to draw in high school, or like when I was a kid, or just gave it a try, because I probably could have been further along and would have done something totally different, like become an art teacher, or, you know, like just done something a lot more creative than what I'm doing now. I mean, as a therapist, you can kind of be creative, especially with little kids. That's cool. You can. But as far as something for me, like, I think I would have done something way more creative than that. Or marketing. I don't know. Marketing seems kind of interesting too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lydia?
So,
I wanted to be like Doug Banks in the morning, and with Tom Joyner. I wanted to be a radio personality when I was younger, and I wish I would have pursued that. I think because I love music, so I wish I would have pursued that a little bit and got on that track. But life takes you where it needs to go. So, or where goes different directions. So maybe one day, I don't know. I think it's too late for that, but you never
Yeah,
know.
radio's dying.
Yeah.
Everything is automated now. I mean, it
Okay.
is.
mm-hmm.
All of the radio, I mean, people think that they're live, that it's recorded. Everything is automated now. So it's a dying industry. I mean, you don't need the radio stations anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Artists don't need it for their music. There's other, I mean, it's just, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody else have any other question? I got one if y'all don't.
Okay.
Okay. I want to know. Oh, wait, Lydia, you didn't answer Kiara's question.
What was that?
The double texting. Would you double text?
I'm sorry. I thought I answered. I think it depends on the situation. For me, I'm really trying to get in touch with someone and they're not responding. Dude, I will call too. So I'm one of them people. Hey, I need you to answer this. But yeah, that you're asking if I would double text, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've done it. Maybe I'm out of. I don't have proper text etiquette, but I've done it, and I will do it again. Beware.
Yeah.
I will
That's
do
hilarious. So, Kiara, and you were going to ask another question? Or was I going to ask?
You can take it away. You can ask.
Okay. So I want to know the worst thing that you guys have done. One of the worst things that you've ever done.
You want me to answer first?
Okay.
I mean, I shared this before, I think, but one of the worst things I've ever done is I was in an argument with my ex. I was 18 years old at the time. We were arguing. He got in his car. I got in my car. He drove off. I chased him in my car. We went down this one road and he sped up and hit a curb and crashed his car. Totaled his car, really. And he had just bought that car too. It's crazy. And what happened was he basically crashed his car because I was chasing him. So that's my worst thing. I was crazy. Not anymore, but he got out the car, came and told me, hey, get out your car. And I got out the car. He drove off in mine. That's how the story ends. I mean, I did get my car back, but I walked home. So
it's the ex stories. I think because mine is an ex story too. It's probably not as long though, but he was a character. First love type thing. I was really young, like 18, 19 in there, but we had some interesting times. So I don't know what led up to this happening, but somehow I remember being in a car with a bunch of guys, a bunch of men, including him, who had guns.
Oh my goodness.
And we were just riding through the city. And I just remember looking out the window like, anything could happen right now because you're the only woman in this car. And you don't know where you're going. Decision. It was not the smartest decision. It was not. It was horrible. Did I trust him? Yes. Did I know that some of the other people in the car were family members? Yes. Of his. But Was that the best decision? Probably not, because more than likely they were doing other things that they shouldn't have been doing. And I was in college at the time, so I could have gotten mixed up in all of that at any point. Yeah, there were moments where I was places that I should have never been, like, for real. So, yeah.
I can relate to that. I understand that.
Oh, and there was one time. No, this was kind of funny now that I look back at it, but of course it probably wasn't for him. But he had went to go get me some food, and when he came back to my dorm, the police had pulled him over, and they were arresting him in the front of my dorm. And all I remember saying is, like, what is going on? And he was like, well, can she at least get her food? Like, he made sure I got my food.
Oh, man.
Before he was taken away.
What did he get in trouble for? Or you
I
can't
don't remember. I was like 18. I have no idea.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think for me, one of the worst things I've ever done is when Ania was in elementary school. Lydia, you might remember this because it was in Warner Robins. And Ania was getting bullied. I think she was in 4th grade. And nobody was doing anything. So I went to the school and stood in the hallway, and I was waiting for Ania's class to come from lunch, and the little girl that was being mean to her, I just told her, leave Ania alone. When you go home, let your mom know that if you continue to bother Ania, I'm gonna beat her ass. Not the little girls, the moms. So leave her alone. And I shouldn't. Okay, one, the little girl did stop. Her mom did call me and she did complain, but we worked through it because the school should have done what they were supposed to do. So my children deserve to go to school every day in a safe environment. But I shouldn't have done that because I wouldn't have liked, even though I didn't threaten the little girl, I would not have liked an adult talking to one of my children, even if they would have been bad. But yeah, that's one of the worst things that I've done. So Kiara's shaking her head.
I don't know why I don't remember that, Vonda. You know my memory.
Oh,
but
man.
Yes, I think I vaguely remember, but yes. Yeah. Vonda don't mess with anybody about her kids.
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm serious. If you want to see me go to another level and see the physical side, mess with Nia, Logan, or Lexa. And let me find out. I don't, I'm gonna, And I remember one time, Lydia, you should remember this, and Warner Robins again. And Logan was bad. Logan told me that this little girl, she was older than him, she was in high school, was bothering her. But I was like, and the little girl's mom did not like me. For whatever reason, the woman did not like me. But I said, so Logan, I said, now before I go, tell me everything before I go and knock on her door. And I said, did you do anything? And Logan said, no. And he said, I didn't. And he said that the little girl had pushed him or whatever. So I was like, okay. So I go knock on the door and mom comes and I'm like, your daughter put her hands on my son. I don't appreciate it, but I will let you know as soon as he sees her, she can expect for him to be putting his hands on her. And she said, did Logan tell you why she did it. And I said, Logan told me he didn't do anything. And she said, Logan called her a silly little hoe. And I was like, well, that's not what we're talking about. I deflected, but when I got home, I let him have it. Because that was wrong. He shouldn't have done that. And he lied to me. So, I mean, and I'm not saying it was right, but he was wrong for calling the little girl a silly little hoe. So, yeah, there's that. So, do y'all have any more questions? Y'all?
Okay, maybe this one. We'll try this one.
Okay.
So, what is something that you feel everyone else loves, but you find that it's overrated?
The Office.
You're not the first person that said that.
What? I knew she was going to say The Office. Oh, man. Wait, can you, Lydia, what was your answer again? What do you find overrated?
The Office.
The Office. That's what he said.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry. He says that in The Office all the time. That's what she said. I love that show.
I like that show too, but I don't think I like it to the extent as some other people may like it.
Oh, okay.
I can sit down and watch it, but I don't recall all the lines and all of that type of stuff. But
yeah.
No,
people who like The Office are like pretty much die-hard Office people, and they're like, you gotta watch it. And I've tried so many times, and even after the last conversation, Vonda, where you told me, hey, take a look at it, I was like, okay, I'm gonna force myself. I literally was dying through 4 episodes, and I was like, I'm not doing no more. And then my daughter was like, you gotta get past like towards the end of the first season. I'm like, if it doesn't have my attention now, no. So no, I can't. So, but you did tell me about Schitt's Creek, and that was good.
Have you seen that? Man, that's what we should have done. We should have done a freaking segment on, well, we still can. It's not too late. Right. Have y'all seen Designated Survivor?
I saw a couple episodes.
God. Logan recommended that to me on Netflix. I binged watched it. Man, all I have to say, that series, it is so realistic concerning like what's going on, current events. It's crazy. Eerily, yeah, I love that one. But okay, Kiara, what was the question again?
So what is something
I forgot
that everybody loves but you think is overrated?
Okay. Can it be food?
It can be anything. Yeah, it can be anything.
Man, lima beans and black eyed peas. I
don't do those either. I'm sorry.
And when I was growing up, we had to eat them, and I'm like, you know, I'm sorry. I can't. I'm not like for New Year's. I didn't have no damn black eyed peas. I can't do it. I don't like, and I don't like lima beans. I can't do it. Those are definitely overrated, and they got like a funny little aftertaste or something. I can't do it.
I don't think I've ever eaten a lima bean. I don't know what those even taste like. But in the South, it's really hard to get around like certain food like that.
It is. And I know Kiara, when I first went to Georgia, so two things I never had before I lived in Georgia were boiled peanuts and grits. I never had grits, ever. There was something called, it's a grit, it's called hominy, but it's not like the grits like in the South. They're little white round balls or something. They're soft. But I never had grits. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
I didn't like get the hang of it in Georgia. I did learn about boiled peanuts. That was very hard. It's just like, how are you putting a wet peanut? It's in the shell in your mouth. But I did get the hang of it, and I liked it. But when I moved to Florida, their grits, Man, shrimp and grits, the cheese grits. I'm like, what? So, yeah, I love those now. But lima beans and black eyed peas, no.
No, I'm the same way. I can't do collard greens either. I just haven't gotten there yet.
I
I
do.
know. Everybody's like, what?
I'm not. I do collard green.
Yeah.
And maybe I just need to try it again. Because I'm noticing as I get older, I like things that I don't think I would have ever liked as far
Yeah,
as
our
certain
taste buds
foods.
change.
Like black olives.
I
I don't know
love
if I like those, but I
I
love them.
love black olives.
Yes.
I do.
Brussels sprouts.
I love Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
So, but I want you got to name something that you think is overrated.
You're gonna beat me up. You're
I
gonna beat
won't.
me up when I say it.
Uh-oh.
Fonda,
It's gonna be good.
I
Oh
hate
my
to tell you.
gosh.
I'm being dramatic.
Uh-oh.
I think Twitter is overrated.
What the AF? Oh, this is get ready to be good. We're gonna close this one out good. What? How can you say Twitter's overrated?
Tried.
Oh, the
Just like
bucket
Lydia said. I just can't. I couldn't get into it. I don't know what it was. I don't know if the format was too overwhelming for me. I don't know. I don't know. But I just couldn't get into it. It took me
Okay.
maybe 2 weeks before I just completely deleted the app. I don't know if I may have even deleted my account. I don't know.
There's no way Twitter is overrated. When you're watching the national news, they're not like, this happened on Instagram, this happened on Facebook, this happened in the clubhouse, this happened in Parlor. They're like, and on Twitter, and Twitter said, and so-and-so said on Twitter, this, everything happens fast on Twitter. Everything. And people are loyal. Okay, I'm on Facebook. I know, and Lydia loves Facebook. I'm not going to speak for her. I'll let her talk about that. I post something on Facebook, might not get any support. If I post something on my Twitter page, might not be all of my followers, but guess what? My followers are going to support me. When my mom passed away, I developed a friendship with two ladies. They don't know me, but they took the time to actually check on me. Not just when they saw it. I mean, over and over and over. So, Twitter is number one. And if you want to get somebody's attention, try getting somebody's attention on Facebook. I don't know how many blue check marks I have that are following me. And Lydia knows, and they engage. Try to get someone's attention on Facebook and see what happens. Nothing.
I mean, yes, that's true.
I complained about Dollar General once. On Facebook, nothing. On Twitter, yeah, we'll get it taken care of. Can you DM us your phone number, your information? Wow. So Twitter is the absolute best.
I told you that you were gonna beat me up for that one.
And you see what's
it was
trending.
worth it.
You see, man, they have everything happen so quickly on Twitter. Look how fast they took down Trump's account. Look how fast they did, and look how fast they deleted those 3 tweets he sent out on the POTUS Twitter page. Twitter is on it. And although I have been to Twitter jail before, I've been suspended for doing, saying, not watching my mouth and what I type. But even with that being said, I love Twitter is number one. That is the number one social media app, period. That's it. way better. And then here comes Facebook with this new algorithm trying to mess up everything. So all of my family and friends don't see my stuff until like almost 10 o'clock at night now. But the good thing, Facebook, I figured it out. That's cool. So, but go ahead, Lydia.
Oh, nothing. I agree with Kiara. I don't like Twitter, so.
I know. What's your favorite?
I mean, Facebook's what I use the most. I wouldn't say I love it, but I use it the most. I think it's more user friendly than Twitter, because Twitter, there's a whole it's a whole etiquette to it. There's all kinds of stuff. So I'm like, no, I ain't got no.
You can't even type everything you want to type in Twitter. Your characters are limited.
What do you mean?
You can't, you can only use a certain amount of characters in your tweets.
But I'm saying I just don't want to. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want.
And maybe for me, it's too fast for me. I don't know. Maybe it's just too much for me, like to constantly get certain information like so quickly. I don't know. And it could have also been, who I followed, and maybe I needed to stick it out. So I'll give you the benefit of the doubt with that. Yeah,
you should have followed me. So Kiara, what's your favorite? Oh, go ahead, Lydia.
No, my deal with Facebook is, for a minute I couldn't stand it. I had to get off because all I was seeing was negative.
Mm-hmm.
But then what I did was I deleted the negative people, and now boom, I don't have that problem.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, go on, Kiara. I'm sorry.
You know mine.
Instagram.
I really like Instagram. I don't know. I like Instagram.
Owned by the same person that owns Facebook. And he loves Donald Trump. Everybody knows it. Lydia knows it.
Yep.
But I still like it.
Why? Why?
I don't know. I like the stories. I really use my stories a lot. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay. I like the stories, and Instagram did the stories before Facebook. I never caught on to the Facebook stories, but I like the stories. It just lasts 24 hours, and then you can pop up something else, and it can be anything. So I don't know. And I like pictures. I like pretty pictures. When I get on Twitter, all I see are words.
I post pictures. I'm gonna post a picture of me on Twitter today. When we're done. They have pictures.
Do they have pretty pictures?
Of course.
Do they have pictures of art and bright things?
If you look for it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, if you look for it, you can find it.
You sound unsure. Okay. Oh,
Twitter is amazing. And my followers, they just keep growing. I'm almost up to 20,000 followers, and we interact with each other. We engage. I don't like putting something on Facebook and nobody responds or asking a question. Like, I mean, this morning I asked a question. I think it was about Kellyanne Conway. I wanted to know people's opinions. I got responses. Did post something on Facebook, nothing. Maybe 5 people. Out of the 2,000 and something, I don't know how many. I know I have more than 2,000 friends or whatever on Facebook. No.
Yeah, people don't really. I noticed for me too.
Yeah.
That people don't really engage on Facebook. But then I have to remember who's my audience on Facebook, because it's just like a lot of friends or like family that I've accumulated over time. And maybe that might not be their interest or something. So that's why. What's up?
So Instagram is kind of similar to Twitter, because on Instagram, like my Instagram followers, I know some of them, I don't know all of them. It's just like on Twitter. Hardly any family and friends follow me and I don't follow them. I'm interacting with people globally, all over the world. And it's cool.
Right.
It's really really cool. And they do engage. If I say good morning on Twitter, I know I'm gonna get more than 5 or 10 good mornings back. Have a good day. If I say good morning on Facebook, there's a chance maybe I'll get 2. On Facebook, I have to tag somebody to get their attention. On Twitter, I don't have to tag anybody. Nobody. I say what I'm going to say, and my followers engage. And I engage with them. I retweet. So, telling y'all, Twitter's number 1. I'm just saying. Facebook is definitely at the bottom. Facebook is the worst. Facebook is the absolute worst. Because you're interacting with people that you're interacting with people that you know. So like I said, I get more support on Twitter. Like I'm not mad that the people on Facebook don't support what I'm doing. I know most of them. In some kind of way, I know them. I mean, so you're getting what you get. You can't expect. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So you can't expect the olive to turn into a pickle. It is what it is. But on Twitter, very, very different. It's awesome. And maybe now that I'm thinking about it, since I think y'all are part, or you, Kiara, are part of Clubhouse. You're not on Clubhouse? Okay. I just joined Clubhouse. I don't know anything about it. I have not used it, but I know it's a bunch of different subjects you get to choose from that you like or whatever. But I'm not going to say anything about them until I actually utilize
Figure it out.
But, so we all agree that Twitter's number 1?
No. I don't care what arguments he came up with. I disagree.
No.
So what's number 1?
I don't think there is a number 1. I think everybody has their own space.
No, there's a number 1. Kiara, what do you think is number 1?
I was going to say what Lydia said. Everybody likes something different, and that's okay.
Okay, so before we wrap up, then let me ask you guys this. Parlor.
That's where all the people who like Trump
So would that be, I mean, could that have been number 1? I mean, they're getting ready to be done. They're not going to have a server.
Yeah.
Thank you, Amazon.
Right.
Right.
But that could be number 1 for Trumpers, but it's not number 1 for me or you or Kiara.
So what's number 1? But I want to know what's number 1 for y'all. It's Instagram for you, Kiara.
I'm still on Instagram.
I'm still on Facebook.
So Facebook is number 1 for you.
Yeah, because that's one I know how to use.
That's the one all of the old people use.
So I'm old. I don't care. I don't need to be in the middle of everything. I just want to be heard sometimes. I want to share something silly and that's it. So.
I like having people to interact and to communicate with and have conversations with. So I definitely like Twitter, and I never would have met Sean had I not been on Twitter. Never would have happened.
Okay.
So it's.
I think social media is just about personal preference. And what works for
definitely,
you.
I agree with that.
So that's it. I mean, I don't know if I guess if you go through statistically what is number 1, I guess Twitter is
probably is, yeah.
But as far as what I prefer, it's not my preference. You know.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I will say this too, like, I think the algorithm messes Facebook and Instagram up like very badly.
Very.
Because with Twitter, it's just free flowing. It looks like and really open to anybody. Anything
everybody has a chance.
Yeah, you have a fair chance of being seen and heard and interacted with. But throwing that algorithm in on those other two, it really does limit like who sees you or who hears you.
With Facebook and Instagram now, if you pay to have one of your posts, if you pay for advertising, they're going to make sure it gets seen.
Of course. Yeah.
Other than that, it's like I said, my time is at night. That's when my personal, not for my business page, but for my personal Facebook page, that's when everybody has access to it. That's when Twitter, Facebook pops it up in the feed. Their algorithm sucks. So, but yeah. So, all right, before we wrap up, you guys, let everybody know where, Kiara, let everybody know where they can find you at. I love Kiara's IG handle.
Yay!
I do.
Thank you. My more therapeutic mental health one is So Therapist AF. And then I have a art-based one that's k.soleil. And then I also have a YouTube at Kiara J. So that's where you can find me.
Lydia?
You can find me on all social media at just Lydia111. But as you've heard earlier, you can probably have a better chance of getting me at Facebook.
Yeah.
Also, we do still have merch. OJustTalk.net, and just take a look. And if you want to buy something, just pull out the debit card and make that purchase.
And of course, I am Vonda. You can find me on all social media outlets at Ovonda, OHVONDA, or Just Talk, or you can follow both of them. And I want to let everybody know Twitter is #1. You should definitely follow me on Twitter. Do not listen to Lydia and Kiara. That one is the absolute best. I promise you will love it. I promise you. You will love it. It's so easy. So you guys stay safe. Oh, and this is my quick little side note. I don't know if you guys know this, but the Ravens play today.
Oh my gosh. Does
anybody know if the Ravens won?
No.
Hell yeah, go Ravens. We made it. We beat the Titans.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Supporting my team, y'all. Sorry, had to get that in. Yeah. All right. Y'all stay safe. Remember, the comeback is always greater than the setback. And I'll see y'all later. Bye, Lydia. Bye, Kiara.
Bye.